Ladies and gentlemen of the Action Army, what is going on? And welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to improve your endurance, how to improve your cardio, while also making sure that you are improving your vertical jump. So we have a question from Luca Trooper who says, how do you train endurance for basketball while not getting rid of fast twitch muscle fibers and decreasing vertical? And on which days should you do your agility work? So that is what I'm going to talk about in today's video. But before we get into that, make sure you like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you like anything that I have to say, or if you care about vertical jump, sports performance, basketball in general. This might be a good channel to follow. And comment JUMP, J-U-M-P, down below in the comment section for a free vertical jump training program. So here we go. Let me answer your first question first. Let me talk about this because this might be something that some of you disagree with, but I will stand by this until the day that I die. Maybe not. Maybe some crazy research comes out. But you should not be training for endurance in the off season. Period. I know, like I made some of you are so pissed at me right now. In the off season, let's say you have your season. Your season ends. You got beat in the second round of the playoffs, or hopefully you won the championship. Hopefully you won the state title. But now your season is over. And depending on whether you play in a spring league or AAU or a summer league, depending on how much basketball you play, that's even better. I'll explain that in a second. You should not do none, zero, goose egg, donut, no extra endurance work, no extra cardiovascular endurance work in the off season. The only cardiovascular endurance that you want is going to come from basketball itself. So for my guys, let's talk about my high school team. We didn't even make the playoffs. I was about to say we lost in the first round. We didn't even make the playoffs. That's okay. Young team, we're on the come up. We didn't make the playoffs, but now we're going to be in a spring league. We're going to be in a spring AAU league and a spring league for our school. And we're going to be in a summer AAU league. Then we're going to be in a fall league. And then we have our season again for high school next year. So I am also training these kids for their vertical jump. I am also doing skills training with them right now. I am not doing any extra endurance work for them. The only cardiovascular endurance that they are doing is going to come from their spring league games for school, their spring league AAU games, and then their summer league games, and then their fall league games. We're not doing get on the line for a suicide. We're not doing up and back. No, we're not doing none of that. None of that. Even if they try to take the stairs, no, you better take the elevator. I'm just playing. But no extra cardiovascular endurance when you're in the off season. Why? Because we only have so much energy to put in different places. We don't want to put any extra energy that we have into cardiovascular endurance when we're in the off season. That energy will be better geared for improving your strength or your power or your speed or your agility or your change of direction work. And I'll tell you this to answer your last question, your agility work should not be cardiovascular endurance work. Sure, you're going to get your heart rate up when we're still doing sprints. It's not like but when it comes to long form endurance, we're not doing that anymore. We're not doing anything that is geared towards slow twitch because you bring up fiber type. So everything is going to be geared towards fast twitch. Sprints are geared towards fast twitch. Running around the gym for 8 minutes, jogging around with a basketball like we do in season, that's geared towards slow twitch. We're not doing that in the off season. So let me look at your question again. But to answer the first part of your question, only basketball, only 5-on-5 basketball in skill sessions. That is where your cardiovascular endurance is going to come from. Period. Don't do any extra work. I think we got it. At this point, I'm beating a dead horse. He's been dead for a while. Next, what did you say next? Fiber type. How do we do this while not getting rid of fast twitch fibers? Just don't do it, period. In the off season, do not do it. Just train for strength and vertical jump and power output and speed. And then on which days should you do your agility work? It doesn't matter which days you do your agility work. You could do it on your vertical jump training days as your plyometrics. You could do that 2 days a week. You could do that 1 day a week. You could do that 3 days a week. But I would do it on your lower body days. Or agility is one of those things where you could do an agility workout on a Monday and then a vertical jump workout focused on strength and power on a Tuesday. You could do that. So agility work is going to be okay at most times because you're really not breaking down the muscles very much. Now, if you have knee pain, you have to be more careful. But if you don't have any knee pain, you can really do your agility work whenever you want to do your agility work. By agility, I mean, change of direction. I mean, your speed work, your first step explosiveness. So to answer your question, don't do any endurance work in the off season. Let that come from your 5-on-5 basketball and your skills training sessions, and whatever cardiovascular endurance you get, that is when you should do it in the off season, during your 5-on-5 and during your skills training session. When you should start to do cardiovascular endurance work is in preseason. So directly before your season, then I would say, a month beforehand, you would want to start adding in your cardiovascular endurance. And I have a great video on how to improve your stamina as a basketball player, and I will link that in a card up here. And that I would start to do that about a month before your season, so that number one, when you get into your season, you already have a good base of cardiovascular endurance. And then also you've been doing a lot of cardiovascular endurance so that when your coaches, who most high school coaches don't know enough about sports performance, so that when they start to kill you and they start to make you do, 50 suicides a day, your tendons can handle it because you've already been doing some endurance work. So anyways, this video is already longer than I wanted it to be. I hope that answered your question. If you have a question, leave it down below in the comment section. Comment jump for a free vertical jump training program. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.
Chuck it to the other side. It's all love, just know we down.